And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Ducks are in the hurry up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for room at the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Gonna let it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking to the big tight end. Did he find a hole in the defense? He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Off play action on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum, again, any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He breaks a tackle. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
To the air, it's Newton. Dances away. will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's Johnson. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He leaves it with his back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Duck. And he's still running after the move. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got an open man. Spins away from one. There he goes. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Dances away to buy time. The throw. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. It's a running room. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Jordan. He's looking deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Looking to pass. It's Newton. Drops it to the back. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here comes the two-point try. Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead to 8. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Now he's going to break the pocket. Intercepted. Our first half turnover can swing momentum. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Royer. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, he'll try to throw. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
To the air on second down. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. To the air, it's Newton. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, he wants it all. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's just excellent cover. Big cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Bruins will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Creates a little space. Got the first down. Looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The lone back's got it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend him. Tried to freeze him with the fake spike. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass down the left side, diving, caught. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Still on his feet. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just keeps moving. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I don't know if the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts, I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
The Bruins want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Sorsby. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He'll take a shot. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sure hands, it's Royer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Caught near the sticks, it's Royer. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Leaves it with the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. On the move, it's Jones-Drew. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's open on the right. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to...
Touchdown, San Diego State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Smith. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Looking down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He unleashes a long one. He's got it at the 30. Here he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aztecs. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and they'll take the lead into the halftime locker room. The Aztecs will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field.
Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll leave it with him. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, blowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Fires to the end zone, and it's his 4th interception of the night. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll go to the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Caught behind the line, it's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Spins away from the defense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Brings into the open. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on the 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
At the 35, he's loose. Wide open on the right. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Listen, anybody can run the option, and it looks great. Multiple options going to be very hard to defend. The quarterback has to make great decisions. Nice read, nice job running the football, chewing up some yards and making a big play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. See if they can score the deuce. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's taking the deep shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the move, he fires. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.